So what do YouTubers actually do for a living? Let's talk about it. Today we're going to talk about what YouTubers actually do for a living, and I was inspired to create this video from a tweet from Roberto Blake. If you don't know who Roberto Blake is, check him out after this video. He's an awesome guy. All puns intended. So in that tweet, he actually said he researched the phrase, what YouTubers actually do for a living, and all that came up was how much money do YouTubers make, or how much money can I make as a YouTuber. Now this is concerning on many levels, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but in this video, I'm gonna tell you what some YouTubers actually do for a living, as well as what I actually do for a living. But before I go on, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Paul, and this channel is all about entrepreneurship, success, mindset, and sales training videos. So if you want to succeed in life and business and increase your sales, go ahead, subscribe down below, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you don't miss anything. So why is it concerning, and what do YouTubers actually do for a living? Well, what Roberto actually meant was what YouTubers need to learn to do for a living. So when you make a YouTube channel, you need to learn SEO, you need to learn editing, lighting, you need to learn audio, you need to learn a lot of things to get a video together, how to use gear, what gear, and so much. What he's saying is there's a lot of skill that goes into becoming a YouTuber, to making a YouTube channel, and most people miss that when they see their favorite YouTubers on YouTube. By the way, real quick, comment down below if you are using YouTube, or if you want to use YouTube or create your own channel for whatever reason. I'd really like to know. Very curious. So here's the deal. Most YouTubers out there that make serious money on YouTube don't really make it on YouTube. That includes even the ones that can make a lot of money on YouTube and do make a lot of money on YouTube. They make their money elsewhere. Yeah. They typically use YouTube to scale their business or as a side hustle to what they're actually doing. Then there are those YouTubers that actually do make their money from YouTube, but it's not how you think, and it's actually very dangerous. And I'll explain why later on. You might like this. Now keep in mind that most YouTubers don't start YouTube just for money. They start for a cause or a passion, and I'll explain later on why that's important. So let's start how experts use YouTube and what they actually do for a living. Now let's take Roberto Blake for example. Roberto uses YouTube to establish himself as an expert and to promote himself and his activities. But what he does in reality is speaking engagements and different projects. He is an expert on growth and is always talking at all these summits. He does growth advising, he does consulting. See, he does a lot more, but uses YouTube to scale that, if you will. Now, Brian G. Johnson, for example, does and uses YouTube for the same thing, but he also sells his books, his own product. Then you have people like Patrick Bet-David from Valuetainment, which has the largest YouTube channel for entrepreneurship, and he uses that channel to establish himself as an expert, but also to promote his new conference, his new summit called The Vault, which, by the way, I suggest you go. And don't forget that he also owns one of the largest insurance companies in America, and he does other things as well, right? And you can say the same for Nick Nimmin, you can say the same for Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, he has his books. See how it goes, different levels, same thing. Other people promote books, other people promote businesses, other people promote summits, other people promote whatever, but you get the drill. They use YouTube to scale their business. And I don't know why I'm doing this, Now, there are YouTubers that make their money from YouTube, like PewDiePie and SS Sniper Wolf. Man, she's hot. But you have to understand that they make their money from promoters and from sponsorships and other stuff as well, not just ad revenue. And they're probably investing in other things off of YouTube if they're smart, because as I mentioned before, it's very dangerous to do this business module. What if YouTube closes? Or what if you get demonetized? Or whatever, I don't know, you get banned. Now, if it happens to PewDiePie or SS Sniper Wolf, that's okay because they can always pivot into acting, into other things. But what if it happens to you? What if you're building a YouTube channel, a presence, and then you get demonetized or banned from YouTube? Or something happens, a black swan event. That's why it's dangerous. As a matter of fact, Brian G. Johnson, an expert on YouTube which encourages growth, actually got demonetized. And before that, he was banned for 1 month from live streaming. And that's Brian G. Johnson. Now, fortunately, he's monetized again. But do you understand how much money you would lose? And what happens if you do not get remonetized? What would you do in that situation? Now, real quick, let's just talk about what I do for a living, for example, what I actually do to make money. So I'm an entrepreneur, a sales marketing expert, and I'm an author. I also advise companies in and out of the blockchain on growth, marketing, and sales. Now, I started YouTube while I was fighting cancer just a few years ago, while I was getting chemotherapy and bone marrow transplant, and I did it for a few reasons. First of all, I did it to win time and to be able to work. See, I saw my businesses start falling and I knew I was gonna have problems. I also knew I wouldn't be able to travel and go out as much. So I wanted to move my business online, if that makes sense. That's pretty much when I started writing books, for pretty much the same reason, to win time so that when I get better after cancer, I wouldn't start from zero. It also helped me go through cancer. There is a darker reason, of course, one of the reasons I started YouTube, and that was if I did not make it, I wanted to leave something behind. And yes, that is the reason why I wrote my first book, so I can leave something behind and help people, but also not to start from zero. So the book is called Success IAO. It's sold on Amazon and other outlets, but you can get it for free. As a matter of fact, I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can get it for free. It's called Success IAO. It's all about how to succeed even in harsh conditions, the mindset required, but also how to make money even from zero capital. Check it out, it's yours. You'll probably give me your email address, I'll put you on the list and everything, but hey, you can also buy it, but you can have it for free. If you do buy it, 1/3 goes to people fighting cancer, just so you know. But get it for free. It's down in the description below. See, I also use YouTube to establish myself as an expert in my field for my branding, but to also sell my other books and courses, which are also in the description down below. So you can see that even though I started making videos on YouTube to give back, to help people, but also help myself, it became my business module, or it became something to help me set up and scale my business or my services, if that makes sense. But it boils down to a cause and a promise I made while I was fighting cancer. That was my higher goal. That was what kept me going. Now, if you really want to grow on YouTube, you need a message, you need a cause, something bigger than yourself, higher than yourself, to keep you going, to make you passionate about what you are doing and why you are doing it. The other things you need for YouTube is ambition and a team. Now, if you want to know about my team and see how I built my team, you can watch this video right here. And if you want to find out why you need a team and what to look for in a team, then watch this video right here. I'm Paul Democritou, and until next time, keep succeeding.